Before I embarked on my journey as a college student, my emotions were all over the place. This was the first time I'd be away from my family for this long, and it was the first time in my entire life that I'd be separated from my twin brother. I didn't know what I was going to do without him by my side. Despite these fears, I waved goodbye to my family with a new adventure to find. I expected Sydney to be full of beach bums and surfboards. I thought it was going to be like a combination of New York and California, but with an accent. I thought that studying abroad would be a cultural breeze, as I've traveled internationally before. Little did I know that I would be living in a country that would change how I viewed the world for the rest of my life. The academics at the University of Sydney were both challenging and exciting. I was enrolled in Australian culture, writing and rhetoric, and international politics. Each class brought different aspects of education and culture into my experience abroad. I learned the authenticity of sports in Australian culture and its communal link. I learned how to best construct arguments to persuade audiences. I constructed opinions on world issues through different political viewpoints and broadened my perspectives. My classes brought new lessons applicable in the future. I learned how to respect other cultural values and the importance of fully experiencing different communities. I learned how to read an audience and use the skills I learned in the classroom to preach what I love. Lastly, I learned problem-solving skills by taking multiple scenarios and extrapolating what I thought was the best solution. I learned these lessons alongside dedicated and passionate students such as myself. Apart from schooling, I gained valuable knowledge about Australian communities through my service learning. I worked for a company called The Big Issue magazine and helped support and create work for the homeless, marginalized, and disadvantaged. Its mission is to, simply put, help people help themselves. Through my service, I learned how to value all aspects of a community. Through working with the underprivileged, I learned how I can use aspects of my identity for my community to help others. I saw how members of other communities cultivated their identities and witnessed the communal bonds that came from helping these people. I also learned the importance of effective communication, as my exposure to foreign environments made me analyze situations before acting upon them. Overall, my service played a large role in helping me see Sydney beyond its glamour and buildings, and allowed me to contribute to other people's lives. Adjusting to life in Sydney taught me how to communicate across multiple cultures. From voting for student body class president to navigating the train system with my Opal card, I immersed myself in foreign environments and persevered. Though my life at home was drastically different from the freedom that I was given abroad, I realized the importance of awareness and open-mindedness. When I became aware of my surroundings, I conquered my fears and matured as a person. When I got lost in the market, I asked for directions. Though I was afraid of coming off as touristy, the experience taught me how awareness is key to adapting to different cultures. During the teacher protest, instead of criticizing my teachers for not giving me the education that I came there for, I put myself in their shoes and learned about their cause. I realized the importance of education and the sacrifices that the staff make for their students. Having an open mind showed me understanding and empathy, and gave me insight to a social culture other than my own. Lastly, my experience abroad brought me some of the closest friends I've ever had. I learned that the best memories come from uncertainty, and it's that uncertainty that brings us closer. I was uncertain about coming abroad. I was uncertain about challenging myself academically. I was uncertain about living in a place other than my home. Yet, these things brought me love, kindness, and genuine care and compassion for others. Looking back, this trip has broadened my view of other communities and of other people. I've learned the true meaning of friendship and loyalty through my experience in Sydney. For that, I can't compare this experience to anything else.